and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be doing my March favorites. It is crazy that we are here because this month is going to make like history books in the future. Obviously, with everything that's been going on, with what I've spoken about in my past couple of videos, this is a crazy time. And so I've been working from home for the past couple of weeks now. And so I haven't been wearing makeup every day. My skin is thankful for that. But I do still have a few items to share with you that I've really been loving. So yeah, I mean, I know this has just been absolutely crazy. And I hope that I don't think everything will go back to normal in April fully, but hopefully by May we are on track to. So make sure you're still social distancing, make sure you're still self-quarantining, and let's just do this, right? We're all in this together. Anyway, so if you want to see everything that I've been loving in the month of March, don't forget to please subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell so you know when I post, and without further ado, let's go ahead and get on into it. I feel like I should spray my chest. It looks like... There we go. So let's start with a couple of face products. I want to give a shout out to this foundation. This is the Soap & Glory Kick-Ass All Day Wear Foundation. This I actually bought on clearance at Ulta. I believe it was like $5. And I had never tried like a Soap & Glory complexion product before. So when I saw that it was formulated as like all day wear, that it was sweat proof and good for oily skin, I was like, sign me up. Those are all things that I love in a foundation because I'm someone who's oily. I have the shade 06. And this is actually the foundation that I'm wearing today on my face, and it's really good. I would say it's pretty matte. So if you're dry, I'm not sure how you would feel about this because it does dry down pretty quickly, but it does leave like a nice finish. And of course you can luminize your face with highlighter, setting spray, primer, all that jazz. You don't need to just do mattifying products upon mattifying products. I do feel like it lasts a really long time, and it is sweat proof because it has more of that thin paint-like consistency, but I don't want that to scare you because I don't want you to feel like it's unpleasant or feels weird on your skin. It feels very lightweight. It's a very thin formula. It just dries down pretty quickly. So just that's the only thing that I would say be mindful of when you're applying this foundation. But yeah, the shade range is decent. It's not the best, but I am really pleased with this. I actually, when I went to the Ulta store about a month ago when I bought this foundation, I just guessed my shade and it turns out to be like a pretty good match if I do say so myself. So yeah, the only thing that I would change about this is that this does have parabens, which is usually the ingredient that I steer away from. Like 90% of my makeup products do not have parabens in them, and parabens are just preservatives. There's actually arguments saying like sometimes parabens are good for you because they help like prolong the makeup, and they're added in there as safe additives to help prolong your makeup. Some people think like, nah, you shouldn't use it. I personally just try not to buy anything with it. But yeah, I mean, I don't wear this every single day. I don't think it's really doing damage to my skin. It hasn't broken me out. So yeah, I think it's a good foundation, and if it's still on clearance, snag it up. Even if it's not, I think it was like $15. It's great. I don't know if they clearanced it because they're getting rid of it though. Like that's my only thing. But if you can get your hands on this and you're oily, I think you should check it out. I definitely think it was worth the money. Okie dokie. I'm sorry, we're gonna switch back to a couple of primers. These are technically like priming products, but they're not necessarily just primers. They're like kind of like primer skincare combination. It's like a little hybrid of both. This is the e.l.f. Prep and Hydrate Balm. Now you saw me use this in my getting ready with me video when I just let a lot of shit off my chest. This was what I put all over my face, and I've actually had this for quite a bit of time. As you can see, I'm almost out of it, but I recently rediscovered it because I love a good like primer stick. I love a good stick anything, especially when I'm on the go or when I'm traveling, or I just don't really want to fuss with putting my fingers into a product or rubbing stuff in with my fingers. So this actually feels so nice. I just rub this all over my face, and oh my god, it just feels so cooling. Like this is the exact product. This is the type of product I would bring with me to the beach. It says it's a clear cooling balm that helps hydrate and prep skin for makeup application, enriched with purified water, shea and vitamin E to help nourish and moisturize. Obviously, I don't have dry skin, but I will put this on like the perimeters of my face, like the outer perimeter, not necessarily my T-zone because I do get oily there. Even if I'm not wearing any makeup, I'll just rub this on my face and it just feels so nice. So I use it as a primer, and I also use it as kind of like an everyday pick-me-up for my skin, if you will. It's really amazing, especially going into the warmer months. Okay, and then I want to talk about this product too. This is the Touch and Soul Glassy Skin Balm, the Pretty Filter Glassy Skin Balm. Yes, this I kind of use as like my prepping 2-in-1 primer moisturizer after I get out of the shower and I'm about to go out again, like on the town or something. It smells really nice. This is what it looks like, and you can see obviously this is a consistency that even looks radiant when you just like look at this product. I just put my finger in, not the most sanitary, but it feels so cooling. And if I rub it here, you can see like it does have kind of like a glass like effect. It's a very thin primer obviously in consistency because it truly just makes your skin look like glass. It's not thick, it's not going to suffocate your skin. But with that being said, if you have dry skin, I would use this on top of your moisturizer. For me, as someone with oily skin, I kind of use it as I said, my 2-in-1 primer, my moisturizer and my primer. I just rub this all over my face, and you may think like, oh, but you're oily. Like, yes, I kind of avoid my T-zone and I go in with a different primer in my T-zone, but for the rest of my face, it just feels really nice and it gives me that moisture that my skin is looking for after I wash it. So this is really nice. It smells good, and I think it's definitely more of a unique product. I'm obviously not super duper familiar with all the luminizing radiant primers on the market just because I don't buy those. That's not the kind of primer I gravitate towards, but I did get this in a BoxyCharm and I was super intrigued by it because I love Touch in Sol. I have a few other products that they've created and I really like the brand overall. Let's do some lip products. So I have 4 lip products I want to share with you. Let's start with what's currently on my lips. This is the Bite Beauty Glace lip crayon. It looks like this. This formula is unparalleled. It's so creamy. You don't need a lip liner. It's just a retractable kind of crayon, but it feels so nice like on your lips. Like I'll do one swatch. Creamy, pigmented, opaque color, and I absolutely love this color. It's so moisturizing. Bite Beauty lipsticks are made with food grade ingredients, so you could technically eat this and you would be fine. It's a color I'm wearing on my lips right now. I thought it would be the perfect complement to like my purple cut crease kind of like smoky eye look that I actually really like. I was experimenting and I really like it. So yeah, this matches perfectly for those like mauve, purple, cool tone looks. I love it. It is buildable in opacity, so you can definitely like make it less pigmented than this, less dark, or you can just build it up and you get like a pretty nice kind of effect. Bite Beauty in general makes amazing lip products. I think they have some of the best lip products on the market. Great ingredients, natural, creamy, does not dry out your lips. Like this will stay feeling comfortable on my lips for hours. I love that it has good staying power as well. I want to talk about 2 lipsticks, one of which you will see me use in my next upcoming video. This is the Appeal Ultra Creme lipstick in the shade Next Level. And it was funny because I was FaceTiming one of my best friends from LA. She's my best friend from college, and she is not the biggest fan of lips because she feels like, oh, nothing will complement my lips, but she loves berry colors and she rocks berry color like no other. She's like a blonde with green eyes, like fair skin, like stunning when it comes to like a nice lip contrast. Like I think she can pull off a bold lip like no other. Sabrina, do you hear me? Like, girl, you gotta try it because you look good. But yeah, this color, like she was like, oh my God, like I love that color. You look so good in it. And I was like, girl, you would look so good in it. I absolutely love this. It's like that perfect bright raspberry shade for spring and summer. Like, let me show you how pigmented and creamy this is. Like, look at that color. Oh, it's so pretty. Oh, this is the color I was wearing in my skincare collection video actually, and that was like the bold color on my lips, and that was actually filmed a couple hours after I had first applied it. So as you could probably tell, hopefully tell, it wears down nicely. It is a lipstick, so it's not going to have the staying power of like a matte liquid lip or anything, but this lip product actually still does last very well for being a cream lipstick, and I absolutely love the color for this time of year. I can tell this is going to be like my go-to bold lip for the spring and summer because it's so easy to apply. You can just throw it in your purse. Lipsticks are always easier to apply than liquid lipsticks, obviously, because you can just take out the bullet and just rub it all in instead of having to be precise with like the dry downs and stuff like that from liquid lipsticks and their wands. But yeah, I absolutely love this color, and tutorial featuring this coming soon. Alrighty, and then my final lipstick that I want to mention is by this brand called Real Her. This was part of a whole kit that my cousin got me for Christmas, so shout out to you, Swan. I love those lipsticks so much. I have all of them. I'll show you actually. This is like my lipstick tower. I did give a couple of them away to my friend that were just way too light for me, and she was visiting me. She's very fair, so I gave her like the lightest nudes because I just wouldn't be able to use them. But yeah, they're these ones on this side and then on this side as well. I love the formula of Real Her lipsticks. They're literally called the moisturizing lipsticks because The formula is very pigmented and very opaque, but it's not as thick as you would imagine, but it is still very creamy and very moisturizing. So this is in the shade No Filter. It has been my go-to nude lipstick this whole month. And this is such a nice formula, very creamy, very moisturizing, just not as thick as like a Bite Beauty lipstick. Like this compared to the Amuse Bouche lipsticks, I love this formula to death. Like it's so nice, but this is definitely like a thicker lipstick. Like, you know those lipsticks where you put it on and the formula kind of tugs at your lips just because it's thicker? I'm not explaining this correctly at all, but this just glides on your lips. It leaves them fully saturated in color, and it leaves a really nice kind of stain effect after you've been wearing it for a few hours. And as I mentioned with like this lipstick, it's not going to last as long as like a liquid lipstick, but it does still last a very long time. And when it fades nicely. I haven't tried the more bold shades in this formula yet, except for like maybe like a magenta kind of like Anastasia Craft shade, but the nudes in this collection are amazing. The nudie pinks, so good, and this is definitely an underrated brand, and every little thing has like woman empowerment on it. So this one says Starry Not Sorry, this one says Boss, this one says Be Yourself, this one says I've Got This. Like they're really cute, good packaging, and I think this is a really underrated brand and you should check it out. It's cruelty free and all that jazz. Okay, and my last lip product I want to talk about is something that I've been throwing on pretty much every single day that I've been working from home. This is the Essence Shine 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 Wet Look Lip Gloss, and I bought this like a year ago. I'm not gonna lie. I've had this for a while, but I absolutely love how shiny this is and how this makes my lips feel so moisturized. It's not a sticky formula. It's truly just like a thick, nourishing formula. It kind of smells sweet. Like a candy sweet, like a cherry candy sweet. And it says it is extreme high shine lip gloss for a wet look finish and cushion feel on the lips, non-sticky, which is totally true. I agree with all of those claims. It's what I'll put on every single day just to keep my lips staying hydrated. You can see like that's the gloss right there. I'll even put some on my lips right now so you can see. You don't need a lot. But do you see how just that little bit made my lips look so moisturized? It's just a beautiful, affordable, clear lip gloss. Some lip glosses are way too sticky, some in the clear formula that I've tried. This is like that perfect mix of it being a little bit thicker so it lasts a long time, but it's not necessarily sticky. It just feels cushiony. And I will continue using it on a daily basis when I'm wearing no makeup and in my sweats working. Okay, let's move on to a couple of brushes. I want to give a shout out to these two brushes. These are the Alamar Cosmetics brushes. I got these in a BoxyCharm. This one is the Complexion brush, and then this one is the bronzer brush. This is what the bronzer brush looks like. I use this for foundation, and I don't know if you can tell it has like little like bumps on the top. Like it's not completely flat, but I really love that for foundation. I don't know if I would use this for bronzer ever, honestly, but this has become probably my new favorite foundation brush. It just blends out your foundation so beautifully, and because it's not that flat, absolutely like flat shape, it's not going to leave streak marks. It's so soft, it's a perfect density, and I've been loving it. It's synthetic, so it really just handles liquids and creams well. And then this one labeled the Complexion brush, I don't know what that means, but I use this for blush because it's that perfect angle to get on your apples of your cheeks to put on blush. I mean, you could even use it as contour, I guess, or bronzer, but I personally like using this for brush. And I don't know if you can tell, but having that kind of like same uneven, not super flat top just makes the product go into your skin, even as a powder, better, in my opinion. Like it's not gonna be so harsh. It diffuses the powder nicely, and I love that it's an angle. It's great. The packaging is really cute. It's heavier than like this Morphe brush, honestly, but it's not super duper heavy where you feel like your arm's gonna fall off when you're blending. So I love these guys. I wanted to give a shout out to them because they're like my favorite brushes I've discovered in a minute. Okay, let's talk about a skincare product. This is the Fourthrate Beauty Reveal 10% Alpha Hydroxy Acid Serum. I have been getting into Fourthrate Beauty. I love their cleansing gel. I love their after hours detox face oils. I want to try a couple of other things like their masks and their face milks. Like I have been dying to try those face milks, but I have so much skincare. As you guys saw, I'm holding off on that for a little bit, but I'm so glad that they're on Ulta now. Not all of their range is on Ulta, but you can go on colourpop.com or fourthratebeauty.com and you can buy those products there. This is a nice, affordable AHA serum. It's like $15, I believe. And if you're used to like that Drunk Elephant Framboos Glycolic Acid Serum or the Pharmacy Honeymoon Serum, which is personally my favorite AHA serum of all time, this is comparable in that it does give you that tingly kind of effect. And I actually used this last night and I woke up and I noticed my skin was a lot more smooth. It helps with your texture, it helps with your dark spots. And as I mentioned in my skincare collection video, this is the kind of product that really just helps like turn over your skin cells. So that's why I noticed like my texture, it'll erupt into pimples. If not, it'll go away. But yeah, it says refines and resurfaces to support skin clarity and reveal a smoother, more radiant complexion. So I personally only use this about once a week, and it says you can use 2 to 3 drops, but honestly, only 1 drop will take care of my whole face. So a little does go a long way. It's kind of got that jelly consistency, feels a little bit tacky on your skin after you apply it, but this does help my skin resurface and become brighter ultimately, so I really like it. Another skincare product I want to mention is this tool. This is the Gua Sha tool. If you're not familiar with what Gua Sha is, basically it's like an old Chinese kind of remedy tool to help with scraping your skin and promoting blood circulation, reducing inflammation, reducing lymphatic drainage, all that good stuff, helping ultimately to prevent aging as much as possible. So I will use this every other morning. I alternate between this and my face roller. I used to always just use my face roller, and then I got back into using this like in the past couple of weeks. So you just scrape your face. There's a bunch of different ways to do it, but I personally just scrape my cheekbones here. Obviously it's both sides. I do my neck for my lymphatic drainage down here, and there's a bunch of different ways you can use this. You can obviously look it up online, but I love like the jade material. Jade is like one of my favorite stones. They have like rose quartz. They have a bunch of other things that you can use, but I personally have the jade set, and this was a gift for my birthday. My sister got this for me, not this past birthday, but the birthday before. And this was in a set with my jade face roller, and she got it off Amazon. So you can get it on like any kind of e-commerce site like Amazon. I'm sure your favorite skincare store has it. I think Sephora has some. I think Herbivore actually makes one, but it's obviously more expensive. Do your research. I haven't seen a super noticeable result yet because I've only been using this religiously for the past couple of weeks, as I mentioned. But my skin, if I can do anything to help prevent aging, I'm all for it, and it actually feels really nice too. I did want to mention this guy. This is my second to last product. This is the Starry Eyes Indulgence Self-Warming Eye Mask. I got this in a BoxyCharm. It says it's the world kindest eye mask. This is another one. I used this one and I kept it so I could show you. Basically, it's just like an eye mask, and this actually has doubled as like a face mask for me too, with everything going on. And when I'm cleaning my house, I like to prevent the fumes from entering my nose. But I'll just put this on, like self-explanatory, on your ears, and then this actually has like little pouches in here. Obviously this is old, so it's all gone, but you just put this on your eyes and you just feel so nice. Like it warms up, and this made me fall asleep. It was the weirdest thing ever. But I take like pre-bedtime naps, so I will be like laying on the couch watching TV, and then at around 10:30 I'll be like, okay, I'm gonna take a half an hour nap before I go to bed, which don't ask me why, I just do. And then I put this on, and this made me legitimately sleep for like an hour and a half. Like I woke up and it was midnight, and I was like, oh, it just was so nice and so comforting and so therapeutic. If you have headaches, which I get a lot of headaches, this can help with that. And it's funny because it's like, warning, may cause complete relaxation and deep sleep. Yes. May ease migraines and tension headaches. May cause a feeling of refreshingness when waking. I don't know if I felt that refreshingness because I was tired. It was my pre-bedtime nap, but it did feel so nice. And I do feel like this was a thing that helped me prolong my sleep. Like if it weren't for that instinct in my brain, like wake up, you gotta go to bed for real, I would probably just like slept through the night with that. It was really nice. But yeah, it feels really good. And it's definitely like a unique product. I don't really think I've seen anything like it on the market. I've seen regular eye masks. I've seen those like Earth Therapeutics like masks that you put across your forehead that warm to just help your headaches, but nothing in terms of like covering your eyes. So I think this is unique, and I would recommend it if you're looking for that extra kind of relaxation. The last thing I want to mention for my March favorites is this guy right here. This is a brush cleaning mat. I'm sorry, it's like you can still see the foundation that I've used on here because it won't like come off fully, but this is actually a really nice tool. I got this for about $7 on Amazon. Sigma makes one. That one's a little bit more expensive. I just went with an affordable dupe, honestly. It has these suction cups that you can just put on your sink. Obviously, like this is where your sink hole would be, and then you would just stick it in here. When I'm cleaning my brushes, obviously I will use my spinny brush cleaner. I can link my how I clean my brushes video down below. That was before I discovered this, but for those that need like an extra deep clean, like my foundation brush, things that really have product just like saturated inside, I will need to use an extra step. So what I'll do is I'll take like you can use a liquid brush cleaner. You can just pour that all over the mat and then just take your brush and you can just clean it one at a time. Or you can dip into your solid cleanser and then just rub it on here after. And I love all of these grooves because I genuinely use all of them. I don't know if you're supposed to use each of these different things for different purposes, but I personally just use all of them always. Like I always just go in and just go all haywire, all willy-nilly. But yeah, this is really nice. There's a lot of different colors and I think it's a really good, affordable tool to help make sure that you wash your brushes, which I personally give all of my brushes a deep clean every 2 weeks. And I have enough to rotate through. Like, let me just show you. These are my face brushes. It's a lot. And even though I can just rotate my brushes, I still like to deep clean them every 2 weeks so that the new set that I'm using, those 2 weeks are my only brushes that I'm dirtying and everything else is clean in case I need to swap anything out. All that jazz. So make sure you're cleaning your brushes and make sure that you are disinfecting them and so that they don't build up with that gunk that can cause you to break out and all that jazz, which you know. All right, everybody, and that is it for my March favorites. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I enjoyed just sitting here, relaxing, and talking about my products. Sorry there weren't that many. I just really wasn't using that much stuff this month. But yeah, let me know down below what you've been loving in the month of March. I would absolutely love to know. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope you're staying safe as always. And hopefully I will see you in my next one. Mwah!